All right, I'm going to show you how to adjust audio a couple different ways in Premiere Pro CS6 or 2021. It's really the same in both. So I guess I'm just going to use the old one, then I'll show you a couple things in the new one as well. So when you drag a clip in, we can listen to it right now. Or if you drop it down right here, there's this arrow, it drops it down. And if you want to make it, if you want to zoom in a little bit, it'll help. You can in fact grab this bar and pull down too. And you can do that in the new Premiere as well. When you right click on a clip, you can do new sequence from clip. And again, you can just, this one doesn't have an arrow, you just pull down. You got to pull down pretty far though, and then those little dots will show up. Now if I actually click on it, it'll show the dots. If I don't click on it, that dot's usually grayed out, so you know how to do it there. Okay, so I'm going to show you two ways to do this, and then you can go from there. So you can see I'm kind of loud right here, and then it gets quieter, right? And so I'm going to turn it up here in the classroom so you can hear it as well. So just watch.
All right, usually people talk loud enough, but sometimes you get people that speak a little.
Okay, so here'd be an easy way to adjust this. I could just go to the spot in here and do Control K and it'll cut it. And you can see I get louder here, and I can do Control K and cut it. And what I could do then is, I just know that overall this clip is a lot quieter. So I'm just going to right click on it and do audio gain, and you can do as an adjust gain. And I could just do like, let's say 8. Okay, I hit OK, and you should see the waveform. You can actually see it now, and it looks about similar size to this one as well. So let's hear it from here.
Sometimes you get people that speak.
So that actually is about the same, but you hear this kind of like jump. You hear like something. You can hear more sound all of a sudden. Let's hear it here.
And these people.
So sometimes it's kind of jerky and sudden if you do that. So I'm going to show you another way to do this. So leave this here, but I'm also going to then bring in one. And actually everything I did is exactly the same on this one. Okay. You'll see in this one, Premiere Pro CS or 2021, it looks slightly different, but it's the exact same thing still. Okay. So I'm going to bring this clip in again. All right, and this time I'm going to edit this one different. So leave this one here and I can take a look at it later. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, instead of cut it, I'm going to select that clip and hit this button here as add remove keyframe. Okay, so as I'm done talking here, I know I'm going to need to get louder. So I'm going to press this dot here, go a little further. Okay, I start talking right there. So you see this one dot right here? I can press another dot. Okay, and I'm going to pull this dot up. I'm going to pull all the way as far as it goes, which is 6. All right, and then I can go over here while I'm talking. I get louder again. So I start need to get a little bit quieter. So I'm going to do another dot. Okay, and I'm going to have this slowly come down to like maybe 2.
The waveform is a little higher.
Because right here I start talking louder again. So I'm going to do another dot.
And when these people talk,
I might need to bring it down even more. Okay, so you can see this waveforms here. This is our normal volume. Maybe we need to bring it down even a little more. And then it gets, as I get quieter, I need to increase it. Okay, I'm amplifying it. And then when I get a little louder, I de-amplify it a little bit. And then I de-amplify it even more. Okay, so you want the lines to be high during quiet parts, and loud parts, I want them to be low. Let's listen.
All right, usually people talk loud enough, but sometimes you get people that speak a little quieter.
So my voice isn't as forceful, right? But it should be about the same when it comes to it. Now we don't see the waveform. On here we can actually see it increase. On this one we don't see that, and that's okay. But this gets a little quieter.
The waveform is a little higher.
Stays the same, and then even quieter.
People talk, you might need to bring them down.
So I basically manually did that. And there's one other way we can do this too. So I'm going to drag this in a third time, all right? And what I can do is I can level the peaks out. And in fact, I'm going to do this in the new Premiere, but it is the same way. You can just see it a little easier here. So I am going to Control K here, and I'm going to do Control K here again. I got 3 different clips. And I can right click on these and do audio gain again. But this time I'm going to do normalize all peaks or max peak. I'll do max peak and I'll do -3, okay? And you're gonna see this one go up a little bit, right? But this one, when I do it, audio gain, max peak, -3, you're going to see it comes up a lot more, okay? And the reason for that is max peak is basically saying when you're playing something over here, this is decibels, you don't want to be at 0. You want to be somewhere between -3 and -6. So obviously this is too low. All right, so I would again do that as well. Audio gain -3, -3, and hit OK. And now we have all of these, the loudest part is at -3, so near the top, so it'll show over here.
All right, usually people talk loud enough, but sometimes you get people that speak a little quieter.
You can hear quite the amplification there. Quite the amplification there, so it might be a little too much. That's why I like using the keyframes, these little dots down here, compared to using this method, but it does work.
And when these people
see here, kind of that noise drop right off. So I want you to try all three. I want you to use the audio gain with max peak. I want you to yeah, your third one will be there. I want you to use the keyframes, and I also want you to just do cuts and do the normal adjust gain by. Okay, that's it. That's 3 ways, and I would like to see you do all 3. Thanks. Oh, and one last thing. You may want to consider, let's say you had music come in this clip right here. I want to show you that, you know, if you brought a song in, let's say, and I'm just going to take the louder part of the song right here. Okay, I can do I for in, and maybe I want that to stop right here for out. And when I drag this in, this is just an audio clip. I might want the sound to start, right? And what you could do is you could have it fade out some. So again, I have to click the link. I do 1 dot here and another dot here. I'm going to turn this down. It's quite loud. I'm inside this room. And I'm going to bring this one down to like -22, but it sounds like this now.
All right, usually people talk loud enough, but
so you can see that maybe it's still a little too quiet. So I could do audio gain. Maybe I'll put another 5 in there. But the idea is like you could have music play underneath quietly for quite some time. And I could do audio gain, and I could do a negative number here. I could do like -5 as well, just to make it a little quieter. But let's try that.
all right, usually people talk loud enough, but sometimes.
So that looks pretty good. So you could add a sound clip in there as well, and you could just have it get louder at the end when the person's done speaking as well. Okay? All right, so do all 4 of those things, 3 ways to adjust volume, along with adding music to the last one.